My liege, may I enter? I have the weekly report ready. May I inform you of the town happenings now, or shall I until after you have finished your meal? My liege, I do require an answer in order to proceed one way or another. Very well, I shall recount the report as you feast. The town has been peaceful, as usual. There was a banditry attempt on the southern road. However, it was close enough to our borders that we were able to reclaim the merchant's stolen goods shortly after the incident was reported, and the culprits are in jail awaiting transport to the capital for their trial. Apologies, my liege. You typically like to jump in with a quip or two after each section of the report, so I halted my recount to give you a moment. I shall continue. There was also a disagreement over the property lines of Old Man Smith's bakery and the new stationery store that recently opened, but fortunately they have already come to a peaceful agreement. This is the document here. It requires your signature. Aside from those two incidents and the regular situation of Miss Miller's cat refusing to descend the town oak without assistance, there is nothing else of note to report. Are you unwell, my liege? You are significantly less talkative. I should not have been able to finish my recount so quickly and succinctly. I have been requesting you to allow me to do so, yes. Thank you for finally taking my request into consideration. Is there anything else you require from me, my liege? I shall take my leave then. It is a shame someone as beautiful as you will be by their lonesome. I was saying it is a shame that you are isolating yourself. Though perhaps it is for the best. If someone as breathtaking as yourself went out into town, I'm sure you would be swarmed by admirers. You'd barely get a step out the door. I am in perfect health, my liege. However, I am feeling somewhat dizzy. Yes, it must be because you have been running through my head all day. Or is it because my heart has been racing at the thought of you? My apologies, my liege. I do not mean to ramble. You're merely my favorite topic of discussion. Perhaps I should comment on your brains or generosity instead. Of course, my heart may be yours, but your heart is with your town. Your care over your people is a rare trait amongst the nobility. If it were not for that, I would have left you long ago. Now I cannot bear to be apart from you. I am acting as you usually do, my liege. I believe these lines are all ones you have said to me before. Have I been repeating them incorrectly? Then may I ask what the issue is? To improve your mood. When you recite those quips and similar ones to me, you always tell me it is to lighten the mood and make me smile. Since you believed they would do that for me, I acted on the assumption that they must do that for you. Because, outside of my duties as your knight to keep you from being physically harmed, I do not like seeing you so different. Since you are not ill, you are clearly either in a bad mood or have received some kind of bad news. You woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Would you like me to contact the carpenter to make you a new bed? I understand the meaning of the saying. It was merely a suggestion. Of course, in the meantime, if you did want a new one, you could always use my bed, provided you don't mind me also being in it. I plan on continuing to go through your flirtatious repertoire until you are smiling, as you usually do. You did not say that the pickup lines were making your mood worse, my liege. However, if you would rather I stop, then I shall. You flirting with me is inappropriate due to our difference in station. I am merely doing what I believe is the best strategy to improve your mood, as previously stated. As I have also recently stated, I shall cease whenever you request me to. If you never want me to stop, I'm afraid that would pose a problem. It would make commanding my troops around you exceedingly difficult, and I would feel bad for any transcribers who have the misfortune of having to record any of our conversations. Any appearance in legal or royal court, those tasked with report-taking, news journalists, there are quite a few who either would or want to write down your every word, and as your head knight, I would have to be present for all of them. Since you have used 3 of your lines on me in a row, it appears my attempts to improve your mood have worked. I'm afraid I have business to attend to, my liege, so I will be taking my leave now that... Was there something else you needed, my liege? It must be a pressing matter if you are using your body to block the exit. You want to hear an original line. My liege, I am not one for flowery language, hence the sword instead of a pen. I am sure any of the town's poets would be more than happy to come and entertain you, if you would allow me to summon them. Do you wish for me to embarrass myself, my liege? I am not assuming you wish to cause me shame. I am merely asking so I can manage your expectations. Seeing as you refused to allow me to leave, and it was my decision that led to this moment, I am willing to indulge you for a little longer. You said your bed had no issues, correct? Good. I've always preferred serving you, but I must admit, I enjoy seeing you beneath me like this. Does this satisfy you? My liege. Your surprised face is cuter than I expected. If there is nothing else, I shall take my leave, my liege. I shall return tomorrow morning with the next report. I hope you are not plagued with a frown once again.